MiraDry is a procedure that treats excessive underarm sweating, something that affects about 20% of the population. Patient consultant Kelly Ivy Subak from La Dermique in Feeding Hills joins us this morning to share more. Kelly, I know it's not summer, but it feels like summer lately.
Yes, it does.
And the pit stains, we dread them, we don't want them, we don't like them, and the truth is, you don't have to have them anymore.
You don't have to have them, and there are the two groups of people who are actually diagnosed with hyperhidrosis, and they have a medical condition. And then people like me who just don't like to wear deodorant because it smells, gets on my clothes, and it's a mess, and all of that kind of stuff. So there are the two people who benefit from the procedure.
So now there's the excessive sweating, which is obviously the act of sweating.
Hyperhidrosis.
Perspiration. Yep. But then you don't have to wear the deodorant because does the scent go away too? Does the body smell go away too?
The bacteria is living off of the sweat. So if there's no sweat, there's no thing for the bacteria to live on. So once you have the procedure done, most people give up antiperspirants and deodorants all in one shot.
Imagine that, living without having to wear deodorant because you don't sweat under your armpits and you don't smell. That sounds like a dream come true.
I go to the dry cleaners to give brochures out to people to let them know, and I get this every single time I go in. Oh yeah, that wife was so upset we couldn't get the yellow stain out of her husband's shirt. It's so common because that's what it is, and you can't bleach it because the shirt turns more yellow and this big old mess happens.
Right, exactly. So you just got to keep buying new shirts. So instead of doing that, how does this procedure work?
It is a one-time procedure. It takes about an hour and a half to 2 hours. There's absolutely no pain involved whatsoever. What you saw before was a little kind of temporary tattoo that we use, and that's where the lidocaine goes. So there's no discomfort whatsoever. And then the handpiece is just applied to the area of treatment. It is microwave technology. It is destroying the sweat gland in that area. It is 100% safe. It is FDA approved. It's actually the only FDA approved procedure for permanent sweat reduction in this country. And it has been studied in Japan now. They're going on their 15th year. And they are very sweat conscious people. I guess you get that close to people, you don't have that much living space, and so you can become very conscious of it. So they've been doing it for 15 years, absolutely no medical side effects whatsoever. And then the bonus for us all women is that it usually does destroy the hair follicle. So you get a double fold, you get no sweat and you get no hair.
And you don't smell?
And you don't smell.
Well, there you go. So that's called, it's MiraDry.
MiraDry.
Now, does this, once you get it done, does it last forever?
It lasts forever because the sweat gland is destroyed. So it's a one-time deal. The old protocol used to be 2, but now with the new studies, they're saying there's no real need for that second treatment. If you have somebody who may be having hormonal fluctuations, if they have some kind of hormonal disorder, they may need a touch-up treatment in 3 months, but that is extremely rare.
Okay. How long does the procedure actually take when you go in?
About an hour and a half to 2 hours, depending on how quickly you absorb the lidocaine. If you're a quick onset and you're numb within a couple minutes, then great. Some people need a few more minutes, so we don't want them to feel rushed.
But hey, an hour and a half, and then you don't have to worry about it for the rest of your life. Now, is this something that insurance will cover?
So some people, if you have been diagnosed with hyperhidrosis, some insurance companies will cover it. They won't pay directly, they will reimburse you. So if you have had this disorder and something that really bothers you, call your insurance company and see if they will reimburse you after. And it is common that it happens.
Now, I know that you've heard a lot of stories. People come in and say, literally, their sweat problem, which is not, I mean, it's serious. It really does affect their life.
Absolutely.
I mean, I know that I've heard you tell stories that it just completely, every single day of their life are miserable because of this.
I won't go on dates because I don't want, them to know what's going on. I can take a shower, and as soon as I get out, I smell again, so I don't want to get too close to people. I won't wear this, I won't wear black, I won't wear this. I mean, it's like on and on and on, and I had no clue before getting into this that it was such a direct correlation to the psyche. I had no idea, and now I hear these stories and I feel awful, but I feel great that I can offer them something.
Yes, that will completely change. And I think too, it's interesting when you go into the deodorant aisle and you realize there are so many things to choose from, and all of these clinical strength to stop you from sweating, and so there's a need for it. There are people out there, like I had mentioned before, the 20% of the population suffers from this. So this is a procedure that is worth getting. It's worth the investment, and you're actually offering a very special promotion right now.
Correct.
Going into the summer season.
So the average pricing for this one procedure is usually anywhere between $2,500 and $3,000. We are doing it as a thank you to our great patients for $2,000. So it's the one-time deal. You're in, you're out, and that's done. And if you do the math and you think of how much you spend on deodorant for your lifetime, it kind of adds up pretty quickly. And
I guess the peace of mind and the confidence is priceless too.
And
you can't put a price on that.
No, an antiperspirant is an aluminum oxide crystal that goes into and blocks the sweat gland. How healthy could that be? A little piece of aluminum in your pore for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Could cause problems.
Yeah, I mean, we're supposed to sweat unless we have this procedure done.
Which is it is a completely natural function. It is just destroying the gland, the body reabsorbs it, and it's done.
Very good. This is called MiraDry.
Yes.
If someone's watching and they say, I need to know more about that, but I don't want them to know my name, they can call and ask questions and no one has to know.
It's completely anonymous, and we do follow HIPAA law, so nobody's ever going to know that you called. You can also go to our website, www.ladermique.com, or you can go to miradry.com. Both of those have great information.
And all I say is you got to be happy, so do what makes you happy.
It's such a small thing. If you can get rid of it, do it.
Do it, right. And Kelly's a sweetie. For more information, call 413-786-3376. You can also visit, like she said, ladermique.com.